What up, Dokkaners? Big data download on the JP side of the game. The app update 5.16.0 is finally here, but more importantly, there is 9th anniversary talk now happening on the JP side of the game, and this has everyone's attention now because 9th year anniversary fan meetup means that is probably where we're going to start to see information regarding the next major celebration. At the moment, a lot of global players are pretty much feeling the same thing. We're probably not going to have a joint celebration for the 9-year anniversary, given the information that we were given during the recent producers letter videos. But to be fair, nothing is completely, explicit. It's still kind of, there's some ambiguity there, but still, we want to know what's coming up for 9-year anniversary. So I'm going to start with this, and then we'll talk about the data download. We'll talk about the app update 5.16.0. Big shout out to Proton for all things data download information. Follow me on Twitter at ProtonTaneMG. Okay, thank you. So 9-year anniversary stuff. It has been decided that a fan meetup will be held to commemorate the 9th anniversary of Dokkan Battle. This is Google Translate, keep that in mind. Missions necessary for applying to participate in the fan meetup are being held. So I'm posting this video later, after the fact, but hopefully JP players who are interested in attending, you've already started this. A chance to apply for the Dokkan Battle 9th anniversary fan meeting. Collect application ticket number 7 in the game and use it as the application certificate for the venue you want to participate in. Let's exchange. Check the campaign terms, blah, blah, blah. So basically what they're saying is, instead of the insanely, horrific 3-day grind of the World Tournament last year, where the top 50 got to attend, they have changed this to more of a lottery-based thing. But the sooner, I don't know if time is of the essence at all. I don't think it is. I think that's probably the point. They don't want this to be a time-based thing. They want this to be more of an RNG-based thing. So basically, you want to be earning these yellow tickets as much as you can possibly do. Up to 30 are available. With these 30 tickets, you then exchange them for either a blue ticket or an orange ticket. These basically tell you which site you are hoping to attend. I think it's Osaka and Tokyo. I could be wrong there. But basically, it's 2 different venues. So that's kind of the situation at the moment. Now, some of these missions are very easy. 1,000 stamina. Clearing a stage 3 times with no damage. Some of them are pretty insane, because if we look at these, beat Trunks on the Gods and Mortals event with a Connected Hopes team. Beat Red Zone Fusion Zamasu with a Power Beyond Super Saiyan team. Beat the 8th, I think it's the 8th stage of the 8th anniversary battle event using an Extreme Class team with every single type. Beat Sin Shenron with a Super Class team using every single type. And this is from the Birth of the Shadow Dragons event. Let me actually look it up. Super attack level to 10. Dot character level 6. Defeat 20 or more enemies in the Cybermen. Combat training with Cultivation Man. Yeah, this is definitely Cybermen. And then down here, Reverse Flow, Birth of an Evil Dragon, conditionally clear stage 7. So yeah, this is Sin Shenron, Birth of the Shadow Dragons. I feel like you should have actually thrown in Omega Shenron, but whatever. This is JP stuff, not global. Conditionally clear 8th anniversary. So clear 8th anniversary. Yeah, this is the 8th stage. So either it will be Spirit Bomb Z or Spirit Bomb GT, whichever one you do, you got to clear with a full extreme team. So they've added new missions to these, and you get these tickets. So you want to get these done as quickly as possible, as soon as possible. Let me see, is there a window for this? Available period November 6th to November 17th. So you've got 11 days to do this. The period in which you can obtain application tickets may change depending on the implementation status of the campaign. How to exchange: if you collect 3 application ticket 7s, you can exchange for 1 application certificate at the treasure exchange. So there you go. That's the exchange rate, 3 for 1. I mean, it even shows right here. So with 30, you can exchange for 10 of a ticket. I don't know if it matters if you want to get both. I don't think you would want to get both. You'd want to get all of one, right? I don't know. If you guys actually, for those of you watching, if there are any JP players who live in Japan who are actually trying to do this, I would love to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments down below if you are planning to do this, if there's a venue of choice that you have for this, or if there's any information that I otherwise am not providing here, because, it is in Japanese. Exchange period, November 6th to the 22nd. The lottery and notification of the winners will be scheduled after the exchange period ends. So we will be waiting with bated breath to see who wins this. I would imagine that this is only for JP residents. I don't think that there's any way that other people could. As much as I would love to see Garesh, actually Garesh technically could, but he's not a JP player. Like Truth or Minato or Nano, any of these guys. As much as I would love to see that, I don't think it's gonna happen. But one can hope. So that pretty much covers the 9th anniversary stuff. We have no information regarding what the anniversary is going to be about. And based on how this year's anniversary was, 8-year anniversary, I can tell you with 100% confidence, this didn't do anything for us, right? This is just Goku saying, hi, that's it. right? This doesn't give any clue. So looking at this, you can't really come up with anything, even if you want to. As much as I'm going to for the thumbnail, it's based on nothing. So yeah, this is just gold trim on Japanese text. That's it. Or not even gold trim, it's just gold, whatever. So that is the 9th anniversary fan meetup stuff. That explains the tickets. So that explains the treasure items in here. Let's go over everything else first. Prime Battle EZA. Finally, there is a Prime Battle announcement or an EZA campaign coming for that stupid Kid Gohan Prime Battle unit. It has been 2 years since this unit released on Dokkan. August 2nd, 2021, 10th of January, 2022. It seemed like all momentum had ceased when it came to a Prime Battle unit's release, going into its Legendary campaign, going into its Extreme Z campaign. It just seemingly stopped. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. Maybe there was some, management issues behind the scenes, but it all stopped. And ironically enough, this was the first unit where I decided, you know what? I'm only going to farm out up to SA10. I'm going to do the rest when the Legendary campaign comes out, the Extreme Z campaign comes out. And it never happened. And ironically enough, I kid you not, 2 weeks ago, I rainbowed the unit. I gave him an SA20 using Kai's. I said, you know what? It's never going to happen. I think they're done with Prime Battles. And then these bozos now announce this. So I'm particularly very salty about this character, but that's just my own thing. Just wanted to point that out there. So finally, the EZA is coming up. So let me know in the comments if you guys have any ideas for what the EZA could look like. Is there anything that you want from this? I don't even know what this guy does. It's been 2 years since I looked at the unit. I don't think I've ever used him on any event except for maybe like Ultimate Clash. What else we got here? So we've got, a new Extreme Super Battle Road. So let's actually talk about that. The new Extreme Super Battle Road has with it a support memory enhancement. So little history here. Super Battle Road was the original mode. Extreme Super Battle Road was the updated, more difficult version of the exact same thing. So they basically recycled content and added a different damage multiplier, made the enemies a lot tougher and made them dish out more damage. Now with these stages, every set you get a reward. So for stages 1 through 50, we were able to receive up to 5 different LRs. For stages 1 through 10, if you clear all the missions, you got Gohan. 11 through 20, Goku. 21 through 30, Kid Goku and Bulma. 31 through 40 was Goku and Gohan on this like bipedal machine thing. And then the last one was 41 through 50. That was Trunks driving Bulma in a car. After that, we switched from LRs to support memories that provide permanent stat boosts for the entirety of an event. The first one, 51 through 60, was Goku's family boosted, 10%. 61 through 70 was Vegeta's family boosted, 10%. And now the newest one, actually, I don't know what the newest one is. What is the newest one that JP received? Android 18. Android 18 is androids or earthlings. Oh, okay, so there's your new stat support. So android and earthlings, 10% stats. This is even greater when you combine the Bulma support memories. So, oh wait, no, you can't. They're different. So yeah, they're going to be continuing probably this moving forward. I don't know why they've abandoned the LRs. Maybe they realized it was too much. I don't know. But now that they're doing this, what are they going to do? Now that they've finished the LR Trunks Super Battle Road EZA, the next thing that they have to do is EZA this reward, which is a support memory, which is why we are getting a support memory enhancement. Now for this one, it is going to be incremental, meaning it's not going to be happening all at the same time. You're going to have to get it throughout these various stages of Extreme Super Battle Road. You are only getting 4 of the rainbow reels for the Goku's family support memory boost. It's weird. You need about this much to, well, I don't know if it's exactly the same for every single one, but looking at the Oolong one, it took 15 bronze, 20 silver, 30 gold, and 30 rainbow. So what exactly are they going to be doing with this one? And how far are they going to boost up this thing? Because this already is a pretty substantial boost. I don't think people realize this is basically a free link level 10 for most links. If you were to double this, giving this to like level 5, would that be, I mean, that would be almost like big bad boss level stat boosting across the board. That's a pretty big deal. So I'm curious to see how they're going to limit this or maybe navigate around this. Is it going to be 1% boost per level? So like level 1 to level 5, you go from 10% to 15. Do we double it? Do we get it to 25%? Who knows? So that will be very interesting to wait and find out. Then we've got the EZA for the LR Nappa Vegeta. We already know that. And that brings us to app update 5.16.0. So we've talked about this before. This is basically just ways to make the game more accessible, easier to navigate around, and they did a very good job of it. We've got some videos here to show you. So the battle display has been improved where you can now see an enemy. You can actually see, well, you can also see the enemy too, but you can see your own attack and defense boosted. You can see key boosted. You can see links. You can see everything very well. There is no guard icon. There is no damage reduction icon. Some of those things that we were hoping for simply don't exist yet. But with this update, I think that it opens the possibility for more things to be added right there. Like if I were to pause right here, take a look at this. You got attack, defense, and key. There's all of this real estate over here. So maybe what they could do is over here in the middle, they could put like, I don't know, damage reduction stuff that comes from an item. Maybe item related abilities come here. And then over here, there could be like stats that come from other abilities or something like that. I don't know. They could make this info page a heck of a lot more comprehensive. But if they do it in a very simplistic manner, that's the most important thing. Because here's my little TED talk for you. I think that Dokkan is evolving and getting more complex, which is fun. But at the same time, I think that it alienates some people who don't have the same ability to be able to juggle all of that information at the same time. As each passive becomes more complex, as each ability gets a new mechanic, right? Every single year we're getting a new mechanic. There's so much information that you have to jumble and, you know, juggle and hold on to that at any moment you could forget something. And then sometimes some of the common Dokkan fails that we have are simply because we forgot, right? But if we have everything on screen in a much more easy to read fashion, I think that will help kind of offset some of those issues that people may have. And I think it would otherwise make the game more enjoyable and more accessible for more people. That's just my little take on it. I hope that they continue to iterate on this. This is definitely a good start. I want more. I want so much more. Speaking of the enemy info though, they've got this now. So instead of having to click and hold on the character, you can see everything right here, which is definitely way better. Kind of reminiscent of Grand Cross. For those of you who are Grand Cross players, I do think that this kind of reminds me of that. Like, you know, if all of these different, he's immune to all these different things. Maybe he then also is sealed or whatever. And like you throw more status effects over here, you could see this going across the entire page. Again, reminiscent of Grand Cross. You could stack so many status afflictions on a Grand Cross unit that it would be like a block of like 40 symbols. It was pretty funny. I miss Grand Cross sometimes. So what's there? What else is there? Yeah, so the Extreme Z Awakening and the LR filters have been added to the Dokkan Awaken screen, where you can then also navigate to the Extreme Z battle events where you need those medals. So nice additional update to make the game more accessible. And then if we go to this right here, so this basically covers enemies or units that provide extra attack boost or just otherwise are more effective on certain events. And then down here, this is units that provide an extra drop rate for boosted items or whatnot. So if you're trying to take on like Cell Max, you need to bring Gohan or Piccolo. Those guys will have these arrows next to them when you're in the team selection menu on the Cell Max event. For this one, if you're trying to pick up like extra items or extra character drops, these little symbols indicate that these characters will bring you more of the goods. Obviously, LRs do more, then TURs, then SSRs, and so on and so forth. So that is a very nice update. You don't need it if you are used to this, but of course, new players, people who might otherwise have a little bit of difficulty being able to read certain things, maybe the text is too small, otherwise they just forget. This is a nice visual indication to do that. Now let's talk about this. This is absolutely busted. Why? Because with this new pixel character rewards thing that they're doing, every single month you can earn, I kid you not, up to 73 Dragon Stones. I still can't believe that this is exactly what they're doing, but yeah, 73 Dragon Stones. And not only that, but a whole bunch of other rewards. Kais, meat, Hercule statues, you name it. All of it are obtained by getting from level 1 to level 12 within, I think, a month time span. When Global gets this, I will definitely talk about this again, but how you actually level up your pixel character, for those of you who are curious, it is based on the following 3 factors. I'm reading this from the Global version. Number of days logged in, amount of stamina consumed, and number of daily missions completed. So the more you play, the more you log in, and the more you just engage in the game, the more quickly you can level up this character. For me, on average, when I was link leveling like crazy, it took me just a couple of days and I was done. Nowadays, I have actually taken the foot off the gas because I don't have units to link level except for the new ones that I pull. When they're done, I have no reason to really play as much. Plus, you know, with the second channel and whatnot, I'm not able to play as much Dokkan. So as such, it takes me about maybe 2 weeks, probably 2 weeks now to hit level 12. This update completely undoes that for me. When we get this on Global, I'm going to be back on the grind for a solid like week to make sure that I hit this goal. That way I can then take it easy. But this is definitely a must do. It is a humongous win for every player out there. No matter how you think about this, no matter how you look at this, it's a humongous win. Now, the cynical side of me did take some time to figure out, like, why would they do this? I didn't figure it out, but just to speculate, like, why they would do something like this. This is just such a groundbreaking, monumental freebie. Why would they do that? Like, there's got to be a catch, but we'll save that for a different video. This is obviously a very, very good thing. So this does incentivize more people to play, do more things, and yet another way for me to earn hidden potential orbs. This is awesome. I can get more orbs through this. Actually, does anybody have a full breakdown for exactly how many rewards we get from this? If anybody has the full information on how much we get from this, I'm gonna pin that in the comment on this video, because I want to see just how much we're getting, not just stones. There's a lot of goods in here, which is pretty dope. I think that pretty much covers everything else. Oh yeah, one last thing. So this is all for JP players, and obviously global will eventually get app update 5.1.6 or whatever. We'll get the extreme Z battles, the extreme super battle roads. We will not get the tickets. The 9th anniversary fan meetup is a JP only thing. That will never change even when we go into full synchro, I don't imagine. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's going to happen. But I will mention that there is a big update that is coming to global Dokkan. If you guys recall, back at the end of the worldwide download celebration, we got this nice random 30 Dragonstone reward, and along with it, they were just like, oh, by the way, November 15th, we're gonna get the Link skill orb update. Alongside that, I feel like we could potentially see some of this update. Maybe we get this battle display update as well as the boosted thing. Maybe not the pixel characters, because this is free stones that they're giving, and so to be fair to the JP players, they want both versions to kind of get those at the same time, because otherwise, if we get this like 3 months early, we just got 210 stones earlier than JP players. That might be a little too much. Maybe they do it, maybe they don't. But I feel like for this upcoming update that's coming up basically next week, I think it's just going to be this and maybe half of this. So global players, stay tuned. We have some enticing stuff coming soon. But for right now, this is definitely a very, very, very good update. And I'm very happy for JP players. So JP players, let me know how the experience has been for you guys. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the new 9th anniversary fan meetup situation. Do you think that this is a much better way to do this, where it is raffle based, it is random, like lottery based, or did you think that it was better for people to earn their spot using World Tournament as the competing factor? Competing? That's your word for the day. Competing factor. Also, global players, what are your thoughts on this? Not just global players, JP players. Let me know your. I'm very tired. Let me know your thoughts on this app update 5.16.0. What is your favorite part of this update? What do you expect that they will build on this in the future with? Let me know all your thoughts and more in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future, and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Dude, I thought I was going to get through this video without a tune L. Competing. You can't make this stuff up. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly. Good night.